The latest chapter of JJK was damn right disappointing. Like, I don't really know how to quantify how disappointed I am in this chapter of JJK. I really expected more from Gege, and just to see this alone was just damn right despicable at this point. What's up guys, my name is Richard from Race11, back again with another video. And in today's video, let's talk about JJK chapter 268, which in my opinion might be one of the most saddest and depressing and downright despicable chapter Gege has ever done. And I mean that all in a very bad way, because honestly speaking, this chapter was terrible. And it starts with Sukuna and Megumi, and Sukuna is trying to tell Megumi to give up because Sukuna is currently losing control because of the amount of black flashes and the dismantle Yuji has been giving Sukuna. And because currently things are not really looking good for Sukuna, he eventually loses control of Megumi. And now we see Sukuna in a blob form, and Yuji approaches Sukuna, and Yuji is like to Sukuna that this is your last chance, that if you are willing to enter my body, you can save yourself. And at least this is something that I liked about this chapter. I like the fact that Sukuna at the end of the day did not agree to go back into Yuji's body. Like, Sukuna is a very prideful character, and I like the fact that towards the ending of his defeat, he didn't change way, he didn't start withering and begging, he didn't try to enter Yuji's body because he wanted to live. Sukuna is prideful, and I like the fact that he actually took his defeat in a prideful way. Now, this is where I'm going to actually just stop the review, because at this point, I just have to say something. It's either Gege is extremely tired of JJK, which I'm not sure at this point, or Gege was extremely rushed, because this couple of chapters that we have had honestly has to be perhaps one of the worst we have ever seen. And why am I saying it's one of the worst is because things were being too rushed, things didn't really make a lot of sense, and honestly speaking, the whole Sukuna and Yuji's battle, I was just very disappointed. And the fact that Nobara came, truth be told, I like, if you watch my previous video, you understand that our comment at this point, I wasn't really a fan of it, because I just thought it was more of a shoe-in, or it was more of Gege trying to wrap everything up in a bow. And to me, with the amount of characters that have died, with the amount of so many things that have gone on in JJK, like, I just didn't like the fact that Nobara came like that. And eventually we finding out in this latest chapter that this is the end of Sukuna. The way Sukuna went out was quite sad. And do you know what? I would have at least somewhat acknowledged it if Gege actually used all 18 of the chapters to finalize the end of Sukuna. Gege literally used 7 chapters to finalize the ending of Sukuna, and then we jumped into a time skip. Like, at this point, I really don't know what is going on, and this is really painful for me. Why is it painful for me? Because I'm somebody that has always been advocating for JJK. I really love JJK, and I usually say JJK is the best series. And to see something like this just reminds me of Game of Thrones all over again. Like, I'm very disappointed. I really wanted at least a noble ending for someone like Sukuna, and it's just sad seeing how everything actually played out, and seeing Uraume just disappear like that. How convenient for everybody, right? Like, going back to it, it's really crazy. And I did like what Uraume said towards the ending, that the only reason why Sukuna was defeated was because he was in a reincarnated body. It wasn't because Sukuna was weak, it wasn't because of anything, it was solely because he was in a reincarnated body and he had disadvantages that was exploited by our protagonist very well. Which, to the benefits of the protagonist, I have to say that they did a very good job exploiting the weaknesses of Sukuna. But this doesn't mean that Sukuna is weak. This doesn't mean that the protagonist actually could defeat Sukuna in a one-on-one battle. That's not even possible. But this chapter alone was extremely disappointing to me, and I really can't wait for the rest of the chapters, because at this point I want to see how JJK ends. I would really appreciate it if Gege gives us one of his Gege plot twist or something, because at this point this is really sad. So I just wanted to make this video because I was extremely disappointed, and I want to hear your opinion there in the comment section. What did you think about this chapter? Is it only me that felt disappointed? Is it only me that felt as though things were rushed, or did you feel like this was actually a very good ending for Sukuna as a villain? I would love to hear that. And yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. I don't know if this is a rant. I don't even know if this is me just being sad about everything, but I just needed to put this video out there. So yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. Yeah, still look forward to my Gurren Lagann video. It's currently cooking, and I am hoping that that video actually gets a lot of traction this time. So yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.